Assignment problem. Assignment problem is a special case of transportation problem in which the objective is to assign a number of origins to equal number of destinations at a minimum cost. For example, a department head may have 4 persons to assign and 4 jobs to do. Then his interest is to assign these jobs in such a manner that the total cost or total time of performing all these jobs is always minimum. The problems of this sort are called assignment problems. Mathematical formulation of an assignment problem. Let Cij be the cost of assigning the ith job to the jth person. Then if there are n jobs to perform and n persons to do the job, then the cost matrix or effective matrix can be represented like this. C11 is the cost of assigning the first job to person 1. C12 is the cost of assigning the first job to the second person, etc. So this matrix is called cost-effective matrix. Now the mathematical formulation of an assignment problem can be represented like this. The mathematical formulation of the problem is minimizing the cost or minimize Z is equal to sigma I from 1 to n, which is the total number of jobs from 1 to n. Sigma I from 1 to n and sigma j from 1 to n, Cij into Xij, where Cij is the cost of assigning the ith job to the jth person, and Xij is equal to 1 if the ith person is assigned to the jth job or ith job is assigned to the jth person, and Xij is equal to 0 if the ith job is not assigned to the jth person. Subject to the conditions, sigma I from 1 to n, Xij is equal to 1, for j is equal to 1, 2, 3, etc. up to n. And the next constraint is that sigma j from 1 to n, Xij equal to 1, for I is equal to 1, 2, etc. up to n. Sigma I from 1 to n, Xij equal to 1 means only one job is assigned to jth person. He can do only a single job. Then sigma j from 1 to n, Xij equal to 1 means the jth job or ith job can be performed only by the jth person. The main difference between a transportation problem and an assignment problem is that in a transportation problem, our objective is to transport various quantities of an homogeneous commodity which are stored at various origins to different destinations with a minimum cost. And in assignment problem, the objective is to assign equal number of origins to equal number of destinations with minimum cost or within the minimum time. And a transportation problem is said to be degenerate if the number of independent non-negative allocation is less than m plus n minus 1. And an assignment problem is said to be degenerate if the number of rows or number of sources is not equal to number of destinations. Now, how to solve an assignment problem? There exists an important method called Hungarian method to solve an assignment problem. This method can be explained with the help of some examples. Consider the assignment problem. There are 4 jobs to perform. 1, 2, 3 and 4 are the jobs. And there are 4 persons A, B, C and D to perform the job. Any of the persons can do the jobs. So the jobs 1, 2, 3 and 4 can be done by any of the persons, but at a time only one person can perform the job. And the efficiency of the persons is also different. Now, our interest is to find out an assignment schedule which will minimize the total cost of performing all these jobs by the 4 persons. Now, as per Hungarian algorithm, the first step is to select the lowest value from each row and each column and find the difference between every value of that row from the lowest value. Now consider the first row, the lowest value is 12, in the second row it is 9, and third row 21, and the last row it is 14. The lowest value is 12, and the difference between 12 and 12 is 0. Next is 30 minus 12, 18, 21 minus 12, 9, 15 minus 12, 3. Now in the next row, the lowest element is 9 and find the difference. That is 18 minus 9, 9, 33 minus 9, 24, 9 minus 9, 0, 31 minus 9, 22. In the next row, the lowest element is 21 and the differences are 23, 4, 0, 0. In the last row, the smallest element is 14. So the differences are 0, 16, 14, 0. So this is the first step in solving the assignment problem. Find the smallest value in each row and take the difference of that value from every element of that row. Now consider the reduced matrix or a new matrix, this matrix. In this matrix, select the lowest value from each column and take the difference of that value from every element of that column. Now consider the first column, the lowest element is 0 and take the difference of that element from every element of that row. Since it is 0, we get the same value in the first column. Since the lowest value is 0, no changes required in the first column. Now consider the second column, lowest value is 4 and find the difference. 18 minus 4, 14, 24 minus 4, 20, 4 minus 4, 0, 16 minus 4, 12. In the next column, next two columns, the lowest element is 0, so no change is required in those columns. After this step, write this third matrix once again. The objective is to assign a particular job to a specific person or particular person. Now select the rows having a single 0. That is the next step. Select rows having single zeros and give an assignment in that 0. And usually assignments are given by encircling that element, that 0, within a square or rectangle. This way we can give an assignment. This means that 0 is assigned, this position is assigned to the corresponding person or job. So we have a single 0 in the first row, so we give an assignment here. An assignment is made here. While giving an assignment, cross out all other zeros in the column in which this element lies. So while giving an assignment here, check the first column which corresponds to A. If there is any other 0 in that column, that should be crossed out. Here we have a 0, so it must be crossed out. That means we are not planning to give any other assignment to this column. That means job 1 is assigned to person A and job 1 is not going to assign to anybody else. So in order to avoid that assignment, we should cross out this 0. Now move to the next row. It also have a single 0, so we can give an assignment here. It is assigned. Now consider the column corresponding to C. There is a 0 in this column, so it must be crossed out. Now move to the third row. Here we have 2 zeros, so at this stage we cannot give an assignment there because we are interested to give assignment to those rows having a single 0. Now move to the last row. We have a single 0 here, so an assignment has been made. Now consider the column corresponds to this 0, that is the column corresponds to D. We have a 0 here, so it should be crossed out. It is also crossed out. So row wise operation is over. Now we should do the same process in different columns. Consider columns having single 0. Now consider the first column A. Here we have 2 zeros, but the first 0 is assigned and the last 0 is crossed out. So we have no zeros left in the first column. Move to the next column. We have a single 0 here, so we can give an assignment here. While giving assignments column wise, we should cross out all other zeros in the column in which we gave an assignment. So while giving an assignment to this 0, we should check the row corresponds to the 0, that is 23, 0, 0, 0. Here we have 2 more zeros, but it is already crossed out, so we have nothing to do here. Now consider the next column. Move to the next column. We have no zeros left. 1 0 is assigned and the other 0 is crossed out. And we have no. Move to the next column. Here also we have no zeros left. Now check the matrix once again for unmarked zeros. All the zeros must be either crossed out or an assignment should be made. So we have no zeros left in the given matrix. Now check whether every row and every column should contain a single assignment. There should be a single assignment in each row and each column. Then only we can say that a maximum assignment has been made. That is the final step in the assignment problem. There must be a single assignment in each row and each column. Now consider the first row. Yes, we have a single assignment. Second row also we have an assignment. Third row also assignment. Fourth row also we have a single assignment. So no problem. Now consider column wise. Every column should also have a single assignment. We have assignment in all columns, or in specific we have a single assignment in each columns also. So a maximum assignment is made. Now we can write the assignment schedule. Now solving a assignment problem, we are supposed to write the assignment schedule as well as the cost of assignment. Now here you can see that the first job is assigned to person A, second job is assigned to C, third job is assigned to B, and fourth job is assigned to D. This is the assignment schedule. And we can write the corresponding cost here. So job 1 is assigned to A, and the cost of assigning the first job to A is 12. Second job is assigned to C, and the cost of assigning this is 9. Third job is assigned to B, and the corresponding cost is 25. Fourth job is assigned to D, the corresponding cost is 14. Therefore, the total cost is equal to 12 plus 9 plus 25 plus 14. This is equal to 60. This is the simplest type of an assignment problem. Now consider the second problem. Here there are 3 origins and 3 destinations. So there are 3 jobs and there are 3 persons to perform the jobs. Now the first step is same. Let us see how to solve this problem. The first 2 steps are same. That is, find or select the lowest value from each row and find the difference of that element from every element of that row. Now, after that, in the reduced matrix, find the lowest element in each column and find the difference of that element from every element of that column. In the first row, the lowest element is 2. So, the differences are 1, 4, 0. Second, it is 0, 3, 0. Third, it is 2, 0, 5. Now select the smallest element from each column and find the difference. Here it is 0, so no change is required. Now in the next two columns also the lowest element is 0, so no change is required here also. Now consider this problem with the 3 persons and 3 jobs to perform. We have to find the assignment cost and assignment schedule of this problem. That is, what is the assignment schedule that will minimize the total cost of performing all the 3 jobs by 3 persons. The first 2 steps are same. That means we have to find the smallest value in each row and find the difference of that element from every element of that row. That is the first step. And in the next step we have to find the smallest element from each column and take the difference of that element from every element of that column. Now the smallest element is 2, so the differences are 0, 4, 0. Here the smallest element is 1, so the differences are 0, 3, 0. In the third row, the smallest element is 3, so the differences are 5 minus 3, 2, 3 minus 3, 0, and 8 minus 3, 5. Now consider this matrix, and here the smallest element in each column is 0, so no change is required in these columns. 0, 0, 2, 4, 3, 0, 0, 0, 5. Now we can write this matrix once again, and we can start giving assignments on this matrix. Now the first step is to select rows having a single 0. Now consider the first row, we have 2 zeros here, so we cannot select this row at this stage. Now move to the next row, here also we have 2 zeros, so we cannot take that row. Now move to the third row, we have a single 0 here, so we can give an assignment here. So an assignment is made. While giving an assignment here, we should cross out all other zeros in the same column. No 0 is left in this column, so that procedure is over. Now consider columns with a single zeros. Take the first column, we have 2 zeros. In the second column, 1 0 is there, but it is assignment is already made in that 0. And the third column also we have 2 zeros. So it is not possible to give more assignments in this matrix. In this situation, if we have no single zeroed rows or columns are existing in the given assignment table, we can give an assignment to any of the zeros arbitrarily. Now consider the first row, we have 2 zeros. We can give an assignment to any of these zeros. But in that case, we should cross out all other zeros in the same row as well as in the same column. So here we have 2 zeros, we can give an assignment here or here. Let us give an assignment here. An assignment is made. So this 0 must be crossed out. And in addition to it, this 0 also must be crossed out, because we should avoid the chance of giving another assignment in this position, because we are in an assignment problem. Every row and every column should have a single assignment. So this is crossed out. Now move to the next row. Here we have left with a single 0, so it is necessary to give an assignment here. We have no zeros left in the same row and same column. The other zeros are already crossed out. Now move to the next row. We have no zeros left. Now consider the entire matrix for unmarked zeros. We have no zeros left in the given matrix. Now check the matrix for unique assignments in each row and each column. We have assignments in all rows, and in all columns also we have a single assignment. So maximum assignment has been made. Now we can write the assignment schedule. Assignment schedule is job 1 is assigned to person A and the corresponding cost of assignment is 2. Job 2 is assigned to person C and the corresponding cost is 1. Job 3 is assigned to person B and the corresponding cost is 3. Therefore, the total cost of assignment is 2 plus 1, 4 plus 3, 2 plus 1, 3, 3 plus 3, 6. So the main difference between this problem and the previous one is that here we have give assignments in such a way that if we have more than one zeros left in a particular row, we can give an assignment arbitrarily. Now, if we select this zero for assignment, we get a different solution. Let us see. Suppose another option or another solution is starting from the first row. We have single rows, zeroed rows. Here also we have 2 zeros. We have a single zero here, so we can give an assignment here. It is made. Now column wise, no columns are left with a single zero. Now we have 2 zeroed rows. Suppose we give an assignment here. If an assignment is made here, we should cross out this zero as well as this zero. Now move to the next row. An assignment is made. Now every row and every column contains a single assignment. So maximum assignment is made. But in this case we get a different schedule. Here the schedule is job 1 is assigned to C and the corresponding cost is 2. Job 2 is assigned to A and the corresponding cost is 1. Job 3 is assigned to B and the corresponding cost is 3. So the schedule is different here. Here the schedule is 1 to A, 2 to C and 3 to B, and in the second solution we have a different schedule. It is 1 to C, 2 to A and 3 to B. But consider the total cost. In both cases it is 6. So without changing or without a change in the total cost, we can give more, or it is possible to have more than one solution. Consider the third problem. There are 3 jobs to perform and there are 3 machines to perform the job. These entries 17, 25, 31, etc. up to 11 are the times of performing the jobs by different machines. Our objective is, the question is to find an assignment schedule which will minimize the total time of completing all these jobs by these 3 machines. So the first step is to select the lowest value from each row and find the difference of that value from every element of that row. Here the smallest value is 17. We found the difference of this value from every element of that row, that is 0, 8, 14. In the next row the smallest element is 10. So the differences are 0, 15 and 6. Here the smallest element is 11. So the differences are 1, 3 and 0. Now from this matrix we identify the smallest value in each column and find the difference. Now here the smallest element is 0, so no change is required. It is 0, 0, 1. Here the smallest element is 3, so the differences are 5, 12 and 0. In the last column also no change is required. Now here we write the same matrix once again. Now we can start giving assignments. Select the rows having a single zero. The first row we have a single 0, so an assignment is made. This 0 is crossed out. Now move to the next row. Here we have no zeros left. Move to the third row. We have 2 zeros, so at this stage we cannot do anything. Now go column wise. No zeros are left in the first column. Second column we have a single 0. So this 0 is assigned and it is crossed out. Now move to the third column. We have no zeros in the third column, which is not marked. Now consider the entire matrix for unmarked zeros. All the zeros are either crossed out or an assignment has been made. Now check every row and every column for unique assignment. We have an assignment in the first row, but we have no assignment in the second row, and in the third row also we have an assignment. Now coming to the columns, we have assignments in the first and second column, but we have no assignments in the third column. That means at this stage, it does not provide an optimum solution. Now in this case, the next step is to select the rows having no assignment, or unmarked rows or not assigned rows should be identified. Now this row has no assignment. Now put a tick mark against this row. Now consider the zeros in this marked row. We have a 0 here in this row. Now the corresponding column should be marked. Give a mark, tick mark against the column in which the 0 lies. So a tick mark is given here also. Now consider the newly ticked column for assignment. Where is an assignment is made in this column? Yes, we have an assignment here. The corresponding row should be marked. A tick mark is marked against the first row. Now again consider the newly ticked row for zeros. We have a 0 here and the corresponding column should be marked. But we have a mark already, the one tick mark is made here. So the procedure is over. So I will repeat the procedure once again. Identify the rows having no assignment. Put a tick mark against that row. Again, against the second row, we put a tick mark. Now consider the zeros in that row. If there are more than one 0, the columns corresponds to all the zeros should be marked. Here we have a single 0 in this row. So the first column is marked. Now consider the first column and identify the assignment which is made in this column. This position. Now the corresponding row should be marked. So we put a tick mark against the first row. Now again consider the newly ticked row and consider the zeros in that row and the corresponding column should be marked. Now we came to the same column, that is the first column. Now we have already made an assignment here. So when you take this column, we cannot. The assignment is already here, and it is already, this row is already ticked. So the procedure is over. Now we should draw minimum number of lines through unmarked rows and marked columns. Now the unmarked row is the third row. So we should draw lines through the third row and through the first column to cover all zeros by minimum number of lines. Our objective is to cover all the zeros by minimum number of lines. For that, the procedure is to select rows which are not marked by ticks. That is, unmarked row is the third row. Draw lines through this. Draw a line through this. Now draw lines through marked columns. So the marked column is the first column. So we draw a line through the first column also. You can see that the element 1 is at the intersection of the two lines. Now after this lines drawing procedure, We have the matrix in which some of the elements are covered by a single line, some of the elements are covered by two lines, and some other elements are not covered by lines. See here 5, 14, 12 and 6 are not covered by lines. This 0, this 0, this 0 and the last 0 are covered by a single line, and this 1 is covered by two lines. Now among the elements which are not covered by lines, select this minimum element or minimum value or minimum cost or time. So the elements which are not covered by lines, the minimum one is 5. So select this 5. So the minimum element is 5. Now subtract this element from all the elements which are not covered by lines. All these elements should be subtracted from this 5. Now add this 5 to the elements which are covered by two lines. That means this 5 must be added to this one. This is the only element which is covered by two lines. So here we must add 5. Now keep all other elements which are covered by a single line as it is. Then we can prepare another matrix or another table like this. We get a new table like this. No change in the 0, 0, 0, 0, 0, no change. We can write those elements first. Now, these 4 elements are not covered by lines, so it must be subtracted from 5. 5 minus 5, 0. 14 minus 5, 9. 12 minus 5, 7. 6 minus 5, 1. And this 5 must be added to 1. So, it is 6. Now, we have a new matrix. Now, we have to give assignments to this newly constructed table. Let us start giving assignments. We can produce it once again. So the new matrix is 0, 0, 9, 0, 7, 1, 6, 0, 0. Now starting from the first row, select the rows having a single 0. Here we have 2 zeros. So move to the next row. We have a single 0 here. So it is assigned. Now it is crossed out. The other zeros in that column is crossed out. Move to the next row. We have 2 zeros. So we cannot do anything on that row. Now let us do the same procedure column wise. Move to the first column. We have no zeros left in the first column. All the zeros are either crossed out or an assignment is made. Now move to the next column. Here we have 2 zeros. So don't touch it. Move to the third column. We have a single 0. So an assignment is made. Now while giving an assignment here, we should cross out this one. So this column operation is also over. Now again we move on to the row wise assignment procedure. Move to the first row. We have a single 0 here. So we can give an assignment here. Now consider the column. The 0 is already crossed out. Now we have no zeros left in this table. All the zeros are either crossed out or assignment is made. Now verify whether each column and each row contains a single assignment. All the rows have a single assignment. All the columns also have a single assignment. So a maximum assignment is made. Now we can write the assignment schedule. Job 1 is assigned to machine X. Job 2 is assigned. Job 1 is assigned to machine Y. Job 2 is assigned to machine X. And job 3 is assigned to machine Z. And the corresponding costs are 25, 10 and 11. And the total cost is 46. So the entire procedure is known as Hungarian procedure of solving an assignment problem.